Hey guys, know it's been a minute since I've posted, but I got a video for you today. And today's topic is honestly like something personal to me, and it's important to me. It's about not fitting in, but to be more specific, not fitting in with your people. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of today's video, I want to start off with an African proverb. The proverb is, "The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth." Now let's break that down. What does that mean? It means that a person who isn't accepted by their community or is made to feel like they don't belong in their community is more likely to tear it down. And we've seen this time and time again from a lot of people and a lot of different ways. One of the main ways this tearing down of your community comes from the self-hating person, ethnicity, whatever, right? For example, I'm a brown man. If I am made to feel like I am outside or I don't belong, I'm more likely to think, "Hey, screw these people. I wanna tear it down." But that's the issue. We don't want people to break down cultures or feel left out. Every community should make you feel like you belong, because at the end of the day, what do you have other than your community? Everybody deserves to belong. Usually fitting in with your people is fitting in with people from the same ethnicity as you or getting along with them. And you want to revolve yourself around your culture because your culture is something that has been fought for, that has been fought to be preserved. It that gives you an idea of us and then other people, right? But the fact that you're meant to surround yourself with people that don't have similar moral compasses or are not open minded, constantly telling you that you're not enough of something or you're too much of something, that you don't hold the value of a person of that place. And the issue is conservatism, not American politics conservatism, but the fear of change. They fear that if things change, they won't have a certain privilege or they won't have a capability that they once had. You can see this in lots of societies, like women gaining more rights and men feeling for some reason threatened and so on. These issues will always be around because people are afraid of change. Changes that, you know, make the world a better place, that make the culture a better place, that make people belong. Because when you're alienated by cultures, when you try and fit in somewhere, you feel isolated and you feel like you're stuck, and everybody deserves to belong somewhere and feel the freedom to be themselves, because individuality is a very important human need. It is a very important human right. Now the question would be, at what point does expressing your freedom or your individuality become a problem? And the only way it can ever be a problem is if it's impeding on someone else's freedom, like their freedom to choose what to do with their body, their freedom to leave a scenario, you know, issues like that. That is the only time that an expression of quote unquote freedom is negative. Freedom should invite freedom, not stand in the way of someone else's freedom. And that's why, as people, we need to be more accepting, especially in ethnic communities, in brown communities, in black communities. A lot of people shun people for even being nerdy or educated. You know, things that literally have no negative outcomes, things that are actually a good thing for the community, but it's because it's different, because outside of the quote unquote norm, that people push it away. And the only way to stop this is by opening minds and letting go of conservative ideology. To be more specific, a lot of alternative people from ethnic cultures tend to hate on their own culture or try and separate themselves from their culture because they feel like, well, they were made to feel like that they don't belong. And that's a very big issue because those cultures were fought hard for, and they know it was fought hard for, but because they felt so alienated and isolated, and they want to belong, and the the struggle of not belonging is eating them up inside and festering and turning into hate. And when people keep hating and everybody feels left out, soon the culture will no longer be there, and therefore everything that was fought for, everything people died for, will be gone. And the best solution isn't to reform alternative people or stop their ability to express themselves, because your culture is something that's supposed to be like a home to you. It should allow you to be yourself. So the issue isn't the culture, it is the people misrepresenting the culture, the the majority that are misrepresenting the culture, because they don't understand, or they've lost sight of what was fought for, and believe in a status quo or a way things should be, instead of everyone should be free to be themselves. Everyone should be free to do what they want, but also that freedom should not impede on anyone else's freedom. Now that a problem has been stated, well, multiple problems really, and I've given like a result of what would happen if we were a bit more open-minded, and as like a culture, as people, as humans, if we were a little bit more open-minded, how much happier and how much better quality of life would be. Now I want to talk about a little bit of self-reflecting we can do. Let's talk about how we can be more open-minded, what we could do. I want you guys to think, have I ever made anyone feel alienated? Has anyone ever made me feel alienated? And then when you think about that, I want you to think about how to make someone feel more welcome, no matter who they are. You know, it's okay to hold people accountable for impeding on someone's freedom. That's fine. That's right. You should do that. But what you shouldn't do is ostracize people for being different than you. Because at the end of the day, everyone is different. Everyone is going to be different, but they are still human. And that is the most important thing about us as people. So, as people, we need to remember a few important things. Hold people accountable. Hold yourself accountable for when you do, even if it's unintentional or intentional, when you do make someone feel alienated. And then we should try and understand the other person. See what's different about them. Appreciate it, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be different. You know, it's natural. And the whole point of being different is so not everyone's the same. Because if everyone's the same, the world would be boring, you know? And that's like a simple like way to think about it. But really, all that matters is we all get along. We all have our own personalities. We're all able to fit in everywhere. Because the world should be for us, for people, not for hate and discrimination and segregation and divide. It's for equality. It's for happiness, and it's for the future. And hopefully in this future, people can be themselves while being surrounded by people who enjoy the same language that they speak and enjoy the food that they eat, because that's their ancestors' food. That's the food that was fought for, the language that was fought for. And if we keep making people feel like they're not a part of it, what was the point of fighting for it? What was the point of dying for it if you're just going to keep inciting hate? So this is all for a better future, a better tomorrow for our kids and for the people that are a part of our culture, no matter who they are or what they believe in, as long as they do not impede on our freedom and as long as we don't impede on their freedom. I know this video may seem run on, but the repetition is really to send the message. And I really do want to thank you guys for watching. So please like and subscribe. Even comment. You don't even need to subscribe, whatever. Just watch it all the way through, please. Because this took a while to make. And I really am sorry for uploading so late. I want to try and upload more often. Fingers crossed I can make that a thing. If you have anything you want to say about the video or how I do these things, how I can improve, please leave it in the comments as well. Thank you so much. Take care.